What up? What up? What up? What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It is Wednesday, the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. I am one half of the bottom podcast. Jay Walking the third. That's my brother, my partner, my drinking partner, Carolina Dirt 803. What's happening?
Ain't shit. You gotta know what it is. Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. We back at it.
Get your life together because you look like you already know it in the corner of the screen.
Oh yeah, you know
Well, check this out, man. Look. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, let's get to our guests, our family members returning to our BOTB. Mr. CS, what's going on with you, player?
Nothing, bro. I'm tired, man. I've been on the grind working. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, dog.
Hey. That's what it seems to be in 2024. And also, Miss Tiki Blue returning. Thank you for bringing your beautiful presence along with you today. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, guys?
Doing all right, ma'am.
Good.
Is internet freezing up?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I don't think I've done a Wednesday.
Is it on me?
Yes.
Yes, it's on you. Yeah, you've never done a Wednesday show, Tiki.
Yes. Wait, is this different from a Friday show? Are we tame on Wednesdays?
A little more no.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm gonna be a little more tame. I just got off the prayer line a little while ago, so
on the prayer line?
Yeah.
You was leading the prayer, or you was listening to the prayer?
I was listening. I did not lead it. I was on there though, but prayer is needed these days. So yeah.
I think prayer gives you a little anchor to the insanity of life. You just throw it out there. You know, the anchor, you can just throw it out in the middle of the ocean. It may save you, it may not. I feel prayer the same way. Like, you know, you riding in your car, but Lord help me. Hey, that's still a prayer. Lord help me not slap the shit out of somebody. That's still a prayer.
Not so. That is still a prayer. That is technically correct. You are right.
I don't know if my brother internet working right or not, but we about to get into
yeah.
Is he on that Spectrum internet?
How bad is the delay?
Too bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to put a quarter in this motherfucker. It ain't working.
Shit, you gotta put a real quarter.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, get out and come back in.
Did you know we were gonna be on the air tonight?
His shit was fine till the start. We went live.
Okay.
Yeah, his shit was all right till we went live. So we're gonna go into we call it a 6-pack. So I'll do 3 and 3. You already know we got crazy questions. My brother come back, he probably jump in, but you know we got crazy questions. So CF, we'll go with you first. I asked this question last week. I asked it a couple of times. Which one's more destructive? Fire, wind, or water?
I think in the man, that's a good one. I think in the short term it'll be wind. You know what I'm saying? Because it can do the most amount of damage in a short amount of time. Water does the damage over a long period of time. It can, but I'm gonna go with fire, man. I think fire is the most destructive.
Yeah, that's what the last guest said. He said fire too, but I just be like, man, that water, bro. You know, you think about your area. You think about Florida, Louisiana, shit up here. Like when that water hit, when them hurricanes and in the Midwest they got no tornadoes. Well, I guess tornadoes mostly wind.
That's wind.
Yeah, that's wind.
Yeah, the hurricanes wind and rain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
wind and water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't want no parts of none of them. Growing up, what was your hardest subject in school?
Math.
Oh, I
hands
suck
down.
at that shit. Man, I'd be like, fuck math. I'd be like, fuck math. I guess my last one, let me get a crazy question. You rather date somebody over 7 feet tall or 4 feet?
Man, you had
matter of fact, fuck 4 feet. We're gonna go 3.5.
Oh. I like trees, but midgets too. So I'm gonna go with the midget. I'll take the midget.
Man, we got a partner, man, real quick, man. He said he want to open up a strip club with nothing but midgets.
Hey, bro, he on to something. Have you seen some of these midgets?
Hey, I ain't gonna add on what he said with that, but yeah, I've seen some of these midgets. I don't want to add on
Okay.
what
I'm
he
gonna
was
say the
saying.
little people. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Listen, he might be on to something.
Yeah, that might be a good niche.
Yeah. Hey, bro. I don't blame him.
All right, Tiki. Step shows or battle of the bands?
Battle of the band.
Man, why you say it like that? You don't like none of them?
I don't want to go to either one.
Oh shit. Well, all right. We'll scratch that one. Worst feature.
Because I'm not gonna pay for either one of them.
Worst feature on a man for you.
Worst what?
Feature on a man for you.
Bad teeth.
I knew you were gonna say. I had a feeling you were gonna say.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that too.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that shit. Probably gonna be smiling all the time.
If his mouth is bad, if he's not taking care of his mouth, and that is what people see all the time, if his mouth is bad, you think I want to put my mouth on that? Mm-mm. And if your mouth is bad, the rest of you probably bad too. And we'll, mouths aren't going on anything else at that point. So no.
Well, your favorite meal to cook?
Lemon herb roasted chicken.
Man, you got Sediti.
Yeah.
You got herb roasted chicken.
I fell in love with it at the Cheesecake Factory, even though apparently that's not a good date spot.
Yeah, it's not.
I love it, and they took it off the menu, so I found a copycat recipe, and it is my absolute favorite thing to cook. It's so delicious.
Back in the day, since they closing all these restaurants like Red Lobster and all that, what was your favorite restaurant? I say teenage to early 20s. What was your favorite restaurant back then?
Olive Garden, because you thought you was doing something. If you went on a date to the Olive Garden in your teens or early 20s, you thought that man had some money and y'all was living good.
Shit, he couldn't pronounce nothing on the menu, but he had
nothing. I've literally gone out with someone who said chicken parmesan, and I was like, "What is parmesan?" And I was like, I kept thinking about it, and I was like, "The chicken parmesan," but he kept calling it a parmesan, and we didn't go out again.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Just because he couldn't pronounce some syllables.
That is correct.
He was trying to be fancy though. That's all.
Yeah.
I would rather him have said, "Hey, what is this chicken parm stuff?" Because everybody calls it chicken parm. But yeah,
you can't act like you can't not read in front of somebody you trying to holler at. How that look?
It looks better than you pronouncing it completely incorrectly.
Right, with confidence. You wrong with confidence. You are confidently incorrect.
All right, I just did the 6-pack with both of them. You can run 3 and 3 if you want, since your internet good.
Good.
we gonna do what we can do when we do it. I'll just do one, I guess.
What up, Shatari?
CS favorite firearm: 1 pistol, 1 long gun.
Okay, so my favorite is because I have these. I like the Taurus G3C. All right, that's my favorite. That's my favorite pistol. As far as rifle, I'm going to go with man, I got a couple, but I'm gonna go with the I've got this one that is it's called an ACI AR-15, and the company is actually, the reason why I'm going with that is because the company is in Florida. It's American made. It's called, I think it's called Andro ACI AR-15, and I got it because the company's American made. That's why I got it. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
That's what's up. Tiki Blue, just in the same vein as that, do you have home protection in the way of a firearm?
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that on the air.
What you mean? It ain't dirty. I know you ain't got no dirty pistol around that motherfucker.
I'm a single woman. I can't be out here telling people what I got or what I don't
Okay.
have.
Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. Have you had the opportunity to use a pistol and a long gun per se? A rifle?
I've gone to shooting ranges on dates before.
Okay.
Why does it sound like you trying to protect what you saying? I have gone. Like you
Right,
in court.
she got divorced, bro.
He worded that perfectly.
Did you have a good time on your dates to the range?
It was fun. Yes, it was fun.
So it's safe to say you could hit your mark.
Yes.
That was like pulling teeth, cuz. God damn.
Hey,
Who
y'all
you
know
in?
what?
She John Wick in her off time.
Hey, people like to talk about dates. Going to the firing range ain't necessarily a cheap date.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Hell
You
no.
watching your money hit the floor, ain't it? Ain't the same strip club money hit the floor. You watch your money hit the floor.
Yeah, man.
But it's good to know. Like I say, man, we talk about it from time to time on here. I'm glad that you had an opportunity to go on those dates and that you generally know what's going on with a firearm. There's way too many people out here. Your fear should make you want to know how to make it safe.
Yeah.
True.
That's the least. Nobody say you got to be John Rambo, got them tucking and rolling outside your car and working on your gun food. But you should be able to at least see a firearm and know exactly how to make it safe. Clear that from the chamber, drop the magazine, that type of shit.
I agree.
Okay. But that's it. I just had the one question.
All right, I got a fucked up story. Ain't a fucked up story happened to me the other day. Happened to me yesterday. Now I'm thinking about that shit. So I go to the gas station to go play the lottery, right?
Here you go.
Yeah. I go to the gas station to play the lottery. So I had a ticket that I won $7 on. Powerball ticket. I had won $7 on. So I tell the clerk, the lady, she be in there every morning. I said, out that $7, I said, let me get 2 Powerballs powered up. So there's $3, right? So 2 tickets, 2 numbers on separate tickets, $3 a piece, right?
Okay.
I believe so.
All right. See, we just talked about this man.
Man, come on, bro. That's all.
So I had 2 bottles of water, and they was $2, right?
So you up to $8?
I'm up to $8. So I won 7 on the ticket, right? So it came out to like $8.06 or something like that. So when she gave me my tickets, I gave her $1. So she looking at me crazy, like I ain't supposed to. She like I got to give her more money. So in my head, I'm thinking, I said, I won 7. This is 6. This is 2. I said, well, let me go get 6 cents. So I'm running to get 6 cents. I'm looking at her, and she's still not giving me no money back. So me and her looking at each other like we both crazy. But what happened was she automatically played my extra $1.
Oh,
So I'll ask you.
Without even asking. But the point is, you trying to make me look like I'm stupid when I could do basic math. And I play the lottery all the time, come here every day. So
that's why
I was just pissed.
That's why when you play the lottery.
In that aspect.
I'm gonna just ask this. Not that it was a bad story or anything, but what did that have to do with what we were just talking about? You just want to tell us a random story, or
I think that just hit him out the blue. That hit him.
Okay, because I'm just like, where we going with this?
I had wanted to post it in the group, but it was too much to type, so I figured I'd say
Okay.
Nah, these cashiers, cause like I ain't gonna lie, I'm with C-Hex, cause like I'm good at math with an F. I'm not good at math, MATH. You know what I'm saying? I'm just above arithmetic, and I don't want no parts of algebra or none of that shit.
Well, you start playing geometry in there, bro. That's a wrap.
I'm about to say I'm decent with shapes. I'm not necessarily cool with volumes and rates. That, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight on that.
Well, Tiki say you
But-
good because you can pronounce all them. You might not do the math, but you can pronounce all them words. Tiki say you good.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say a word that I don't know how to use. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people that say words that they have no clue. You know what I'm saying? What that word means. They just heard it somewhere.
They be hitting the TI.
Oh man,
Words that don't have a clue.
Y'all
I think he has a clue.
We know when y'all take us out and you just saying stuff trying to sound smart and you have no clue what you're saying. Because in the back of our mind, we're like, okay, come on now. Just relax. And I'm sure if women are putting on airs, you know, for y'all can be like, girl, take that Spanx off and let your stomach roll, you know, whatever the case may be. But I mean, at the end of the day, just be yourself, because what's the point in lying, trying to pronounce words you can't pronounce, you know, trying to be thinner than you really are, or whatever the case may be. Because in 6 months, when all that wears off, then what you gonna do?
Hold up, Tiki. I got a
6
counter
months.
for that one.
6 weeks.
Tiki. Fake nails, wigs, eyelashes.
I don't think those are the same thing.
It is, because I'm in 6 months. What did she say? In 6 months, I'm gonna see you looking just like that.
But and you know what? I've had this conversation recently. If what you like is that woman that's got fake hair, fake lashes, fake nails, fake butt, fake boobs, fake waistline, if that's what you like, then hey, she gonna have to keep it up or whatever. But I can tell you, at any given time, I can only give you one fake.
Yeah.
I can either give you some nails.
Sometimes all that's got to come off.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can only give you one at a time, because I cannot be out here with not being able to open up, keep my eyes open, my head itching, my nails popping off, I'm hungry, and I got to pee, and my butt is falling, my boobs are sagging. Like, it's too much. Because when we get ready to do something and all these clothes come off, you finna see my stomach roll, you finna see my back fat, you finna see these naked lashes. I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to put on the face or straighten up my wig so that when you wake up and see me, that I'm all pretty like I went to sleep. I mean, it's not happening. But some guys like that. Some women can keep it up. I'm just not one of those people.
I'm not fucking with you.
We got a whole bunch of Decepticons walking around here. That's what I call them. I'm sorry. All right. You know, and I'm not gonna jump on women because men do it too, because
I'm about to say.
Right. Y'all like they're putting on hairlines now.
Yeah, right,
like,
yeah. So I'm not gonna beat up on women. But man, I had a lady at work, man. I probably shouldn't say this, but I was used to seeing her one way at work. You know what I'm saying? And one day, bro, she took it all off, and I went to tell her something. Bro, do you not walk right by this lady?
Yeah, you didn't know who she was.
I had no clue. I walked right by her. My partner said, "Where you going?" She right there. I'm looking like, well, because she took the mask off.
So let me ask you this then, before we get deep dive on what we were talking about. When somebody does that, do you really know? Can you say you really know who that person is? You know, people like, do I really know you? But they always got everything on fake. But do you really know that person? Because when they take it off, they're not the same person. Sometimes their confidence is low, or mentally they're not the same person without all. So I mean, there's dudes. If they ain't got their hairline fresh, they ain't the same dude they was, you know, without the hairline fresh.
I can totally agree with that, because that's why, you know, I'm not a huge fan of it. But to me, in my opinion, that's compensating on the outside for something that's missing on the inside. Because when you're confident in the skin that God has given you, the body that you have, the hair that you have, the lashes, because I have never seen, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I have never seen a man walk past a woman and be like, damn, look at them eyelashes on her. I need to get me some of that. Like, I've just never heard any of you say it.
70% of the things that women do for the purposes of beauty and attraction, men don't care about.
It's probably more than that, to be honest.
I'm being generous saying 70. You know, if I met you and you was fat or chubby or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? You telling me every day how bad you need to go to the gym or you need to go on a diet. Like, you was fat when I met you. So you're not doing it for me. I didn't ask you to do that. Granted, you want to be healthy or whatever. I get that. But do something instead of say something.
Right.
So, you know, bro, I put it like this. You know, but I'm a man, so I don't want to jump on women, but I'm coming from a like a man's perspective. I sometimes I ask that I ask women sometimes, think about those that wear all that stuff. I always say, think about the feeling that you have when you getting ready for the club versus when you get back home and you taking all that stuff off. Is it the same feeling?
Hell no.
Right. So I always say this too, man. Like I heard a preacher say this one time. Like, and I don't want to get churchy, but the Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, right? That's what it says. So you hear a lot of people say that we are a God's original design. But I always say we're God's original design, but you have people like this gonna die a carbon copy of somebody.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
And not of the original design.
For sure. Nah, I mean, I think of course it's a mental health issue, it's a self-esteem issue. It's, you know, how you grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like I was fully grown before I was believing if a woman was like referred to me as handsome, you know what I'm saying? Or a good looking guy. Because when you young, motherfucker be on your head, you know what I'm saying? You black as hell, your skin rough, your neck dirty, your shoes roll over, like all that shit fuck with you. And you don't even realize that it's fucking with you until a certain point, or you do realize it's fucking with you and it really, really hurts you. I was fortunate enough to have a mother that instilled that you don't need the approval of other people. You know what I'm saying? Now, it still had its effect on me, but once I was grown and I was like, okay, maybe she's not lying. Maybe I was good being just a decent looking dude. Like, I'm good with that. That is an upgrade from being dusty or my hairline not being crisp or whatever the fuck, teenage girls say to little black boys. But everybody don't have that. Everybody don't bounce back from that shit properly. You know what I'm saying? So they go to Mexico or Colombia. I don't understand doing it in spite of being able to change your life. You did a whole financial facelift. You saved $10,000 to do this. You got a donut on your motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? The repo man looking for the car with the donut on it. You know what I'm saying? Your house fucked up. What is your vanity? Why is your vanity worth so much to you? That'd be my question. And that's a question for anybody, because while it's not boobs and butt lifts and shit with dudes, I hope it ain't. But we live in a new time. You know, it is rims and Jordans and, you know, these labels.
Hey, bro, dude getting them, what they call them? I don't know.
Y'all getting six packs. Drake got him a BBL, got him a 6-pack put on. So
dude's getting
y'all getting cool sculpted as well. Don't do that.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to be fat until I lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say this: your mama was not lying, and this is coming from a girl that used to crush on you back in the day. So she wasn't lying. You was just fine. You were.
You were crushing on you.
Hey, it's on record now. It's in the diaspora now. Thank you, Tiki.
Don't worry, I'm gonna delete this one. This shit is going. This shit is going in the trash. This shit is going in the trash.
No,
I can't believe you said that shit. I'm gonna tell my mom.
It's a
and
powerful
this is
thing.
I mean, like back in the like mid 90s, not like current. Like this ain't current, but like back in then, if she wasn't lying, you was just fine.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
That was back when he was skinny. He was just out the military, must be.
No, it was more before he went. This was like early mid 90s before he went.
Yeah, when your brother is a hater.
So this never mind. I ain't gonna get into that. Never mind, Tiki. I'll leave that one alone. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I had something to say, but I'll leave that one alone.
Of course you had something to say. I'm gonna let you live though. We started this conversation behind the scenes talking about MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Jasmine Crockett. In Congress, trying to do Congress things, I guess. But we don't know because it turned into a petty lunch, a cafeteria back and forth between two people that obviously don't like each other. Can you quote Miss Tiki exactly what Miss Jasmine Crockett was asking?
I don't know if I have all my B's together, but
okay.
Are you asking me to recite the
I'm
B's?
asking you if you could give us. We'll get it together if you miss something.
All right. Is it bleach blonde, bad body, butch built? Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Okay, because that thing is funny.
This is all.
Oh, wait. I thought it was bleach blonde.
Butch built bad body?
Is that what it is?
It's those 6. I might have those last 2 lines mixed.
Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
That's it. That's what she said. And this is sparked off. So people are. Let's go back to the beginning. They are opening up for, I guess, comments into the session. And they ask Representative Crockett if she was ready or in line with whatever the topic of discussion was. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, for no reason at all, says that she might not understand because of her eyelashes for some reason. This is Congress, cuz. This is not 10th grade lunch. This is Congress. I don't understand her need to, I guess, take a jab at Jasmine Crockett. We know why she took a jab at her. Because she's full of shit and it's white privilege and she deserves to say whatever ignorant thing that she wants to say. What she was not prepared for, though, which we in the black community are always prepared for, is to clap back.
Bro, but
if it's one thing that we all understand in the black community, good, bad, indifferent, whether it's funny, whether it's hurtful, if you say something slick to somebody, there will be a response. And she wasn't prepared for that response. So let me hear it one more time. It was the
bleach blonde, butch built, bad body.
You can even rearrange them. That's why it was so, man, look, that's why it was so on time. It was the alliteration. It had like hip hop vibe to it. I immediately thought of Kendrick and Drake. Like, damn, because he could have used that one too.
Kendrick could have used that on Drake and it would have been applicable. That is correct.
Man, she's applicable. I don't know.
The major issue that we have, though, CS, is what we was talking about again backstage is as soon as Representative Crockett asked her questions, now she didn't like on some real petty shit. She didn't call her that. She asked what would happen if she did call her that.
Man, bro, we got to back up though, because you got to back up to AOC, right? You got to back up to her because Marjorie Taylor Greene actually said maybe you too. What she call it? You're too ignorant to understand. It's right. The Hispanic representative out of New York. So she insulted her too. Remember, she was the one talking about baby girl, right? So she insulted.
Yeah, I love AOC.
Right, AOC was legit. So we got to back up to that first. So because Marjorie Taylor Greene, they were talking about the whole meeting was about the Attorney General, whether they're gonna hold him in contempt of Congress because they want some recordings of a meeting they had with Joe Biden. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, in typical Marjorie Taylor Greene fashion, went left. She asking something that had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's when Jasmine Crockett was like, what? Do you even know why we here? You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's like she insulted really two minority females and nobody's paying attention to that. And nobody's paying attention to the other comments. She was like, oh, they can't. She said they can't she was saying something about they can't take the comments, they can't stand the comments. And the guy that's in charge, bro, was letting it fly. He was letting it all fly. And that's the problem. Because because if you notice, Jasmine Crockett was quiet. She was quiet. Because
immediately after,
yeah, she was quiet. She was quiet, bro, for a while. And she was just sitting there. And then so the guy kept saying, okay, well, I'm gonna give 4 minutes to basically Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's when Jasmine Crockett was like, okay, wait, let me make sure I understand this. Yeah. So if I was to say a member of this, if she was them 6 Bs, right, that would be okay. And what did Marjorie Taylor Greene do immediately after that? I want those comments stricken.
The same thing they asked her.
Same thing.
The same thing they asked her.
Bro, that Marjorie Taylor Greene refused to apologize too. Right? She's like, okay, I have my word stricken. But she said, I'm not apologizing. She said it 3 times.
Yeah, she did. And she was like, because they asked her, I think she did an interview after that. And they were asking her about the whole Butch body shit. And she was like, if you catch it, and like you said, I didn't fire her off. I checked first to make sure I heard what I heard. So it's like she's so smart, it's almost like a battle rapper. You fired off. Okay, it's my turn. And she also said that she has said stuff, and she's the type of person, if you let her get away with it, she's gonna keep going with it. And she's like, nah, I ain't about to let that shit happen.
That's a fact. And then that chick turned around and played the victim in typical Karen fashion. When the police showed up, she started crying.
Of course. Of course.
So let me ask you this, Tiki. You as a black woman, have you ever had to fire off against another race in the same aspect? It doesn't, obviously, it's not anything political, but
I'm sure this comes with a good story, whether she want to tell it or not.
Yeah, I have to fire off at people all the time, but because of my job, I have to typically do it in a professional way. But to be honest, I kind of take the passive aggressive approach depending on the situation, and I may go get another Karen to do my dirty work. One that I know got a beef with whomever this other Karen is, and then it turns, into a Karen beef, and then I don't have to worry about it.
Playing chess, not checkers.
Chess, not checkers. Yeah. Now, it's the one thing that we always get as black folks, man, and I meet people where they are, which is not always the right response. Don't get it twisted. Now, I am smart enough, articulate enough to not necessarily curse you out or be black, but it's unfortunate that that's a code switch that we often have to have. As a black man over 6 feet tall, over 250 pounds, as a big guy, they don't have a lot of room for our responses. If we get too animated in our response, we're scaring people. And that's the shit that she did that bothered the fuck out of me. Is it gets old when we have to dumb ourselves down or to try to make ourselves smaller just not to fit their stereotype.
That is my life every single day. Because think about, and I work in a corporate America, and I'm 5'10", and I'm a black woman. I'm not a super thin woman as well. So I always have to be very cognizant of, am I going to come across as the angry black woman when I get ready to say something? So I purposely have to temper whatever I'm going to say so that it doesn't come off like that, and I keep paying my mortgage.
I mean,
that's what I don't like about the whole thing. That's what I don't like about this whole thing that we're talking about. Because MTG fired off on her first, right? Now, when Jasmine Crockett fired back, all of a sudden we get the calm down, calm. So all of a sudden now she is the angry black woman. And that's what I don't like about this whole thing, that to me, that a lot of people's not paying attention to. Black women go through this in corporate America and on their jobs every single day. Little Becky over there come for her head, right? But then when she responds, even though that black woman is right, now she's an angry black woman. I hate that.
I pick and choose my battles, because what you not go with, and it's like I said, it's unfortunate that we have to do that. You know what I'm saying? At the risk of our livelihood. But I'm really good at finding the line that you're at. Not being under that motherfucker and not being over that motherfucker. I'm really good at finding the line that we at. You know what I'm saying? And I just at a certain point, like I'm tired of playing the game because they know it's a game. They know that they're not really scared. They know that they crossed the line, and they know that the response that they got, they deserved it. But they also know that they have the privilege of being able to keep that same fucking agenda going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you mix intelligence with sarcasm, I think it defeats what they're trying to do. Because if you have too much sarcasm, we're uneducated. And if you have too much education, they try to pick you apart and say it's fake, or they try to do a background on you or whatever. But the mixture between education and sarcasm, to me, it moves a long way because I do that shit. I do that shit all the time. I've been doing that shit. The code, you call it code switching. I say I'm just going to be me. I'll throw little curse words out here every once in a while so they know that I'm a regular motherfucker, but then I try to be presentable and try to word shit correctly. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, I probably ain't going to word this shit right, but I just want you to know. Or if it's in conflict, I pull them off the side one-on-one. And I'll curse you out or whatever, but I do respectfully be like, you know what you did wasn't shit. Now, I ain't going to say you ain't shit. But what
That's
you
my
did wasn't
favorite
shit.
one. That's my favorite one. Is to get the person that I'm having the conflict with one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite thing because I want you to meet it. I want to meet it at the head. I want to let you know that I'm not scared of you. I'm going to let you know also that I'm not trying to shine on you. Because a lot of times that's what it be when you get into a back and forth with somebody, whether it's professional or in a relationship, is if you do it publicly, are you just trying to make me look bad? So I'll pull you to the side and be like, look, I'm going to be honest, bro. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm not going to respond favorably again if this situation comes back. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know how to find the line, but it's unfortunate, again, that all they have to say is calm down, and already we fall into that cliche stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, sometimes I got to get them right where they at.
Yeah. Oh,
sometimes
I got to get them. Let me go and put you in your place in front of all these people.
Right. Well, like you said, she had been doing it, so that was just a reaction.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't a quick reaction, it was a reaction based on past history. So I can understand that shit. I totally understood that shit. And most black people we used to that shit anyway. So most black people gonna ride with her anyway.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. As far as that interaction, I really don't think Jasmine heard it. I think I think she heard it and kind of was gonna let it go. But when AOC was like, whoa, 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 you know, Chairman, what are you gonna do in this situation? It gave her a chance to respond.
Well, what she said, bro, she said she was trying to let the process play out. You know what I'm saying? But like the AOC spoke up and said, so when you go look at it, she was sitting there quiet. So she said she was letting it all play out to see if they was going to resolve it. But when dude tried to move on and just skip past it, that's when she said, okay, so I'm asking this for clarification. You see what I'm saying? Because he was just going to skip over it, let her words stand and not strike it from the record and all that stuff. So that's when she said, so let me get this straight. Because if you hear the rest of it, she said, that's what y'all do. Y'all come in here, right? And you talk junk, right? And then she said, but if I start talking about you, then it's a problem.
That's a problem.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Well, MTG got a song about it now. Y'all heard the song?
Yeah, well, it's about okay.
I'll come back from Charleston and the DJ done remixed some shit. So I done heard all types of shit.
Is this an issue systematically that can be fixed by weeding out these old motherfuckers?
Nope.
You don't think so?
No.
MTG's not even that old. She's like in her what, mid 40s, late 40s?
This is true.
She's about to turn 50, so she's 49. right?
Okay.
So she's not old, right? But it's a systematic problem. And
Yeah,
no
they
matter
groom them. They groom
right.
them to be that.
Right. So no, because you got to look at you got to look at how many people. Let's just say your MAGA people, right? You got a lot of young MAGA folks. So it's a systematic. It's just you know what it is, brother. It's America. That's all it is. It's America. It ain't gonna never go away, right? It's never going to go away. And I think we can't fix it, but what we have to do is get into positions of power and authority.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I think that's the question that I'm asking, because I see young black men and women entering politics. But I don't know if we are going to continue to have the numbers enough to make a real change on Capitol Hill, basically. Where the laws get made.
I feel like the other race has more older people, like I said, grooming them, and us, we're coming in with less mentors in that aspect. Like they'll give us the information, but as far as like you said, I think we talked about Rittenhouse when that shit happened. I think my brother said first thing when that shit happened, they're about to groom him into politics at that age.
Oh yeah.
We're not thinking that young to groom our sons and daughters. Now, if they get into, politics in the schools, like, good job, president or, whatever. But as far as like being a mayor, an alderman, having a seat in the chair, I don't know if there's as many of us that can mentor the young.
Listen, bro, you got to think. Look at all the women look at the state of Texas and all the women judges. I'm telling you, they don't show it to us.
Yeah, they don't. But that's what I'm saying. If they're not promoting it, then it's hard. It's harder.
But we have to do it. Look at them two young brothers. What is it? Tennessee and Kentucky. Remember them two?
Tennessee. Yeah.
They're young, right? So how it starts is like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, like with my son, bro, since the day my son was born, my youngest one, I started putting it in his head. You know what? I want you to go to law school. I want you to go to law school because lawyers become judges or lawyers get into politics and they become senators. And I put it in his head. You see what I'm saying? And you got a lot of people. It starts with us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, bro, is putting it into the younger people. It's just that we don't remember. Y'all had that conversation. I think we were talking about like the algorithm. I think you was talking about the algorithm. Guess what? The algorithms don't show it to us. They didn't show us that little girl from Chicago that got her master's or PhD at age 16. I just posted it, right? So they're out there. They ain't gonna show it to us though.
Yeah,
they gonna show us the Jordans coming out. They gonna show us. They gonna show us the Kendrick and God, the blonde boy. It's great.
It's like America has turned into a satire of what a country is supposed to be. Somebody just said it, and I'd like to cite him because it was profound. He was like, America's so fucked up right now that if America was another country, we would attack that country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's so, and I wish I remember who said it to give them credit, but it's like the amount of ignorance. I don't know if I preferred it better when we didn't know, like ignorance is bliss type of thing. Like how you feel with the amount of transparency and the amount of ignorance that we get from the leaders of this country. I'll ask you, Tiki.
Okay, so yeah, we are a country of idiots at this point. And I think the transparency is opaque at best. They show us some things so that we can say, to satisfy us, but what's really happening, they don't show us that stuff.
Right.
They don't show any of that stuff to us. But let me ask you guys a question. If you already know that they don't show us stuff and that they're, we don't have the specific mentors that other cultures may have, how do you combat that? Are you personally taking it upon yourselves to go out and get active, to join the various boards to get involved in anything, or like how do you remedy what you already know is the problem?
I'll start if y'all don't mind, because mine quick. Stuff like this. Having real conversations. Like I said, we be on here drinking and bullshitting, but we do have real conversations, and stuff like this is like I've always said many shows, like I'm not big on reading, but my algorithm shows me stuff. C-Head sends me stuff. We have, I post questions in the group. We have real conversations like this. Our dad, we have real conversations. Just having a real life conversation, because sometimes, as my brother said, the people wrote that book is through their point of view or somebody else's point of view, but not somebody that's actually lived that. Our parents are the last group probably from the civil rights. So once that's gone, there's nobody that tells that story but who wrote that book. So is that factual? No, but we're gonna believe it because that's it. We don't have nobody else to go against that shit. But having a conversation like this and a platform like this is why it helps feed my interest. Me personally.
I'm with you in terms of I'm not the type to go to sit in a courtroom and watch the justice system work. You feel me? However, if you have questions, and like my brother said, I always have an opinion to speak of, whether my opinion is right, wrong, or indifferent. When it comes to young people and having conversations about what their primary life goals are, I'm always going to advocate to the ones that have it in them, the capable ones. I'm not going to talk to this little bad fucker that's hopped up on motherfucking Ritalin about, going into law as a profession. But I will speak to the young man that has a job already at 16, that rides his bike back and forth to work from Burger King and also gets up early in the morning to throw newspaper. That's the motherfucker. Like I would take a more focused approach. You, sir, you probably need to do construction. You know what I'm saying? But I've become jaded with a lot of the things that we have to deal with as a culture. You know what I'm saying? The violence in the community, the over police state of a lot of our communities, the fact that we are the hyper beings, the fact that we are, like the discussion we was having about being asked or told to calm down and to react professionally, and we got to do so many things so much more. Like, I'm jaded by that. So while I probably should go to these town councils or city council meetings, I also know that I have nothing good to say to these motherfuckers. So that's my answer.
Hey, I'm in the trenches, and that's how, to me, that's how we fix it. Like with the kids, right? So for me, I'm always doing something or talking to some kids somewhere to stimulate their mind and make them think all the time. You know what I'm saying? And as I know, we got them little super thugs out there, you know what I'm saying, that don't sometimes try to hear it. But a lot of kids, it just depends on who they are. Some kids hate to see me coming, right? Because I'm gonna always give them something that's gonna stimulate their minds. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's being in the trenches. It's like it's being in the schools and always being around like young people. And then the other thing, it starts in my house because I got a 13-year-old, right? So I try to talk to my son every day, every single day, because he up there with y'all in South Carolina. But I'm always giving him something to think about. And not only him, my nieces, my nephews, kids in the old neighborhood where I used to go. And that's where it starts at. And yet we have to go to the like for us, the what do you call it, like Board of County Commissioners and those meetings, town hall meetings and all of that stuff, right? And I don't go to town hall meetings because I don't have time. You know what I mean? But like my uncle has been trying to get me forever and a day to become a member of the NAACP because he's like, you are a part of that new blood. You know what I'm saying? The way that you think. So that is how we start to change things. It starts with the kids. We got to start putting it in these kids.
Yeah, I believe that. They so argumentative. They definitely ready for law. They super intelligent. And when I say super intelligent, I was 13 once, man. And even as an intelligent 13-year-old, I didn't communicate. I probably communicated at 13 the way these 5-year-olds communicate now. You feel me? And I think if you can put that on their algorithm, I think kids are just way more sponge-like when it comes to what you put in front of them. You feel me? Now, whether or not they stay interested in it, I think they grab on the things that you put in front of them, and they learn a lot in a short amount of time. So I agree that we definitely gotta be more active, more focused, more deliberate with our conversations about getting into these places. If we was 13% across the board in Congress, I would feel pretty good about that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to get to. If we 13% of the population, and I even be thinking that they lying about that number. You know what I'm saying? But if we could get the 13% involvement in laws, in infrastructure, in the things that this country was built on, I think that would make for a change.
But that goes back to what we talked about before we went live about the Democrat, the Republican, the moderate, the liberals, the conservatives. Is like, what do you think the youth is sided with? Like, all of us can, say our opinion, but as far as youth and what we see in the youth, what we know of the youth, what side do you think they would side with? Because they all want to be, and that's more Democratic.
They probably gonna be mostly independents. I think this younger generation is gonna be, well, the blue blood's gonna stay blue. If they got money, they're gonna continue to operate within that demographic. You know what I'm saying? I think for the rest of the every person, the every man, every woman in the world, I think now more than ever, independence is on display more than anything else. The party lines is fucked up. You got a bunch of old people acting like kids. You know what I'm saying? And they see that, and they gonna respond to that.
Yeah, but the only other side is, like I said, the economy's so fucked up. If the Republicans or whichever side wants to keep money in, that's the side they're gonna probably sway to. I mean,
but do they actually know the economy is fucked up though? Like, how do kids really know the economy is fucked up?
They don't.
They don't even understand that part until much later in life. So, because even it doesn't matter how high interest rates are, it doesn't matter how hard it is to get a loan. If mom and dad have credit cards already established, they're taking these kids to Great Wolf Lodge. They're having, this party. They're taking them there. They're buying, whatever the case may be. So these kids have really no true clue is if the economy is fucked up or not. They don't even understand the concept of wait till I get paid. Let me pay these bills and see what I got left over yet. They think because they live in an instant society where everything happens immediately.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation in terms of them getting rid of the dollar bill. That's why these kids don't have a concept. We had a concept early because granddaddy would give us a fucking $5 bill or a dollar bill. And you knew that with this dollar, you could get some shit. And you also knew that the shit that you got better be under that dollar. We knew that at an early age. But with this, like you said, this push button society, this slide to purchase shit.
That's what it is. You got to think how long it took you, what you had to do to get that $20. Even if you completed something, you had to wait till mama get home 2 hours later, wait till daddy get home. You had to wait till you go to your granddad's house 4 weeks from now. Now it's $75. that $5 just a swipe now. It's not even in their hand long enough. It's like the notification come up that's in your phone, and then you swipe, and it's gone. Before it's like, you know us, we didn't want to break a 20. These kids don't even know what a 20 is. But it's the instant of getting the money and swiping it, and you don't even know what that value is because it's already gone.
Shout out to the Monte Carlo show. Thanks for checking in, brother.
But bro, let me ask you this: you know how them kids, what they call them, like them V-Bucks and stuff?
Yeah.
You don't think them kids know the value? They may know the value. They may not know the value of cash, but you put something on a Cash App card, and that kid know that they got $500, and then they go on to Amazon or they go order this game, and my $500 went down to 20. They know.
They know,
right?
but they ain't never have to get changed.
The value of cash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't know the physical sense of having it in their hand. Because if I see his Cash App, Venmo, whatever, I can send you $200 in 2 seconds.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of when they play video games. They know that this stage in the video game should last 90 seconds, right? So when that 90 seconds expires, if they haven't progressed to the next level and they run out of lives, then they just be like, all right, I'll just wait a little longer and then let my lives re-up. That's how they feel about money at this point. All right, I'll spend my $500 down to 20, but I still want this $100 item. So I'm gonna just text mama or daddy or grandma or grandpa or whomever, and they'll just Cash App me some money real quick, or Zelle me some money, or Venmo me some money, or however they do it, PayPal or whatever the case may be. And then wait a few minutes, like they wait on their lives to stop, and then they just go spend that. So they still it means nothing to them.
Shit, Afterpay.
I'm gonna tell you something that's like interesting, right? So like this is fun because my son wanted a desktop. He wanted a gaming computer, is what he wanted. So his mama told him, "Oh, you gonna buy that? You gonna buy it yourself." So it's like that thing was like $1,700, right? So what he did was every time he got money, whether it was from me, his granddaddy, his mama, birthday money, whatever, he saved it. Right, he saved it. So he saved up enough money. He bought his own gaming computer. He did it. So he's just like, but that's how we teach kids the value of money. Once this is known, you ain't getting this re-up. You gonna have to earn this. I ain't just gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna earn it. Okay, you got straight A's. Okay, I'm gonna break you off something. You know what I'm saying? You work around the house. You doing what you're supposed to do. You going to school, doing your thing, and I'm gonna break you off. But she made him buy his own. She made him buy it, and he bought it.
That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if there's enough parents that do that. In terms of, I don't know if there's enough parents that make sure that they know that there is a financial responsibility to life. And you can't wait till they graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for us, we had tangible money, paper money, metal money to let us know exactly what, okay, this is a 1, this is a 5, this is a 10, this is a 20, this is a 50, this is a 100. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have that concept, man. If you put a regular clock up with just the arms and no numbers, because these motherfuckers can't tell time. It's all focusing back to the conversation. The way of life is different. We have to let go of some of the old ways. We have to work on our communication to be able to give these kids the tools to move the culture, the people forward. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that they don't understand us. We have to admit that we don't always understand them. And we have to do it without the frustration of what old black people do. You just shitting. We didn't get an explanation of why we wasn't shit. We just knew we wasn't shit at a certain point. You feel me? And we have to move on from that. We got to do a lot more talking than they had to do. We was just supposed to get it. I do hope that we can, and I know on this panel especially, Tiki for certain, C-Hess for certain, the jewels that you give to the younger generation to help them try to even the playing field. Again, I'm jaded. I feel like the system is in place. The system wasn't ever broken. The system works exactly how it was designed to work. It's going to take a complete overhaul for us to get rid of that system. That's just, this is just my opinion now.
Yeah. Hey, can I say this too, bro? Like, this is a little bit off, but you know how a lot of people like to say these kids, man, this generation, these kids ain't that, right? You know, I'm talking about how people, but I want y'all to think about this. This is the month of May. We in pretty much the end of May. It's graduation season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want y'all to think about this, man. Some of us about to sit at these graduations.
Yeah.
We about to see a whole, and I'm talking black kids specifically. We about to see a whole bunch of kids graduate high school and college. And that's one thing that bothers me, that we sit and say what these kids are not all year long. But then come the springtime, we up there hooping and hollering, and Mookie and Ray right now, right, graduating, little Kiki and them graduating. And they graduating high school and college, and we want to praise them. You know what I'm saying? So they can't all be this generation, this, and these kids ain't this, because a lot of them are graduating. A lot of them are graduating with college credits. A lot of them are graduating and going off to college. And then some of them are graduating college with associates, bachelors, masters, and PhDs. And these are some of the same kids that we talk about this generation. We can't have it both ways, right? And I just think that comes from the algorithm, right, and media showing us Pookie them on the block, shooting up everything, but they never show you that kid that's in school just minding his own business, making good grades, trying to be something. And I just personally feel we got more kids that's trying to make it in life than the ones that's not. They just don't show them to us.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The way, and it's not only the algorithm, the way we talk. You know, we have conversations about the crime area. We have conversations about, you know, who got a baby daddy or who got a baby mother name. Conversation-wise, that's not even looking at it on your phone. Instead of saying, well, she's a baby mom, but she got 2 kids, but, you know, she's in nursing school, or she's in cosmetology school, or she has her own hair salon. Like, we don't give them enough praise either. These are technically, these are business owners. Like, we don't think of the person, the girl that does hair in the house, as a business owner, but she's a business owner. You know, we don't, the little kid that been cutting grass since he was 15 and now he's 25. He might not went to college, but he paying all his bills off cutting grass for all this time. He's a business owner. We do got to give them more praise. I just try to tell the kids about options. That's it. Like, you have options and you have choices. Don't get defined on one line. And that's from the people around you, because a lot of people around you, like you said, try to put these kids, oh, you went to college and you got to realize you're supposed to be doing this. Well, after you done went to school all this time, maybe your heart ain't into that no more.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta find something that makes you happy and go forth and go in that direction. But, you know, be prosperous in that direction, because you still got to pay bills. You still got to do this and do that and take care of people. But you do have options. You do have choices. I try to tell kids that, but
it took a long time.
It all depends on who you talk to. Like you said, CS, it all depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time to make the circle, but the circle was made. In terms of how we're represented, what people think that they can get away with when they talk to us, and how we are perceived. Marjorie Taylor Greene said some stupid shit. She won a stupid prize. You feel me? She's now a little bit more famous, and not the way that she wanted to be. You feel me? But the narrative that we are just one thing as Black people, the narrative that we are not doing enough, the narrative that we are ultra violent, ultra sexual, and nothing else, is something that we have to speak more life to. In terms of, we know that there is a large segment of the Black population that is successful or working hard to get to where they want to get to, that are legitimate citizens of society. And we need to speak to that more. Like I said, your algorithm is telling you that, don't go down these 8 blocks in Chicago or you're going to die. It doesn't tell you about the rest of the city. It doesn't tell you about the rest of the people out there that's just trying to live a good life. Our culture is great, and we just have so many things that try to program us to believe that we are not doing well enough. So that's something that I want to keep, pushing the conversation forward on. It's late. It's Wednesday. Us all got jobs and reasons to wake up in the morning. I'm gonna give it to you first, Tiki. Your final thought or whatever you want to say tonight.
This was a different conversation that I typically have with you guys. Because I'm usually on a Friday or Saturday night, but it was a good conversation. So thank you guys for letting me join you tonight.
Absolutely. CS, what you got for the people?
Hey man, I'm glad y'all just opened this up. You know what I'm saying? Like that I saw it earlier today. But hey man, I just want people to think about something, how we talk about people. I want to give a shout out to like the Black women out there, because this conversation we were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jasmine Crockett, and it's a lot of Jasmine Crockett's out there, and people are not giving Black women enough credit for the things that they're doing, man. So every once in a while, we gotta, I'm just saying as a man, sometimes, bro, every once in a while we gotta let Black women know that we appreciate them, because you said it, you got a lot of women out there, they got their own hair salons and they're doing all kinds of things, and they just don't get a lot of the credit for what they're doing, man.
For sure. Carolina, what you gonna tell the people?
Tiki got a hair commercial we're gonna post. We're gonna do a promo for the I forgot, what was that about? What was that? A Sassoon commercial?
As long as you ain't say an Ultra Perm.
No, I wasn't an Ultra Perm. Once again, I said the last episode we're gonna start doing more open chair episodes and have less new guests on here, just so we can start bringing people back that have an intellectual conversation. Not saying new guests don't. It's just to bring another feel back to the show and allow people, especially in the BOTB family, to come on the platform, because that's where I post who has open chair. I really don't post to people that aren't in the group, just because we want people that usually are active in our comment section to have a chance to come on our show. Appreciate Tiki, appreciate CS. They hit me up last minute. I was coming down the road and I didn't see their message soon enough. But I appreciate y'all coming on. Both of y'all always have open chair. Y'all don't have to say nothing. Y'all just be like, hey, I'm on tonight. And we're gonna bring you on. Networking superpower. Thank you for coming to Bar BOTB. And till the next time. Oh, one more thing real quick. And I just heard this something. They are about to start making a difference between Latinos and Hispanics. They was always grouped together. And when we talk, sometimes we say Latino, sometimes we say Hispanics, but they're about to start identifying which one's which.
And it's a difference.
But also when they do this presidential campaign, I've heard them say that's what's going to sway. We always talk about the Black votes and the white votes, but their vote also matters also, and it plays a big part into politics. But I just want to give them a shout out too, because we do have some of them that are listeners and they're interactive with us and we socialize with. But just shout out to the Latino community and the Hispanic community.
It's way too much sectionalizing and giving names to shit. I don't want to be disrespectful. If there is whatever the difference between a Latino, a Latina, or a Hispanic is, I would like to know what that is. But also, don't let these categories are put here for dissension. You know what I'm saying? I know I speak a lot to my community, but my community is underserved. So yes, I'm speaking to a specific group of people. But within that, I'm speaking to all of them. The light skin of the light skin, and I give y'all hell. to the goddamn blacker than the purple blue. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all my people. I don't like the categorization of this world. I feel like that's where a lot of the dissension comes from. I don't think it's a we are the world moment where everybody's just gonna sing kumbaya and hold hands. I believe we so far from that. But also, let's stop the programming. Let's fix some of your algorithms. I'm gonna keep saying that because you poisoning yourself a lot of times and you don't even realize it. If there are things that you are interested in that your friends might not think is cool, you should still flood that with your timeline. The shit that your friends is talking about is always going to be around.
Sure.
But if you inundate yourself with the same shit over and over, you are handicapping yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a task for anybody, change your algorithm. I want to thank y'all all. Tiki, C-Heads, y'all always contribute beautifully and with perspective that we need. I thank y'all for coming on the show tonight. Outside of that, this is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. I'm Jay Walker III. That's my brother Carolina there, 803. And again, special thanks to y'all, CS and Tiki. Until the next time, man, y'all be easy. We gone.